Welcome
to talk about relationship, where we explore the sacred intersection of relationship and spirituality. I'm your host, Ayola Roland. Have you ever wondered why many Christians, just like yourself, hesitate to try online dating? A couple of weeks ago, I went on a research journey to understand the Christian perspective of online dating. And during this research, I went through a lot of articles trying to understand different perspectives, different standpoints. 2 weeks into my research, I went live on TikTok, which was, I believe, the first time of me going live on TikTok. Unfortunately for me, a lady joined the live session. And we talked a lot about relationship. I was actually speaking on the subject marital delay, why that happens and why many people overlook the reasons, and we end up treating the symptoms or trying to address the symptoms. Then while we were having this discussion, I ended up asking her perspective on online dating as a young believer. And her response was very, very sharp. And she went, "I hate it. I do not like it at all." Her perspective kind of solidified my findings because while I was researching, I realized that many Christians frown upon the idea of online dating and still sustain that same mindset. Now, while there might be many reasons and different reasons why Christians have that perspective, in today's episode, I'll be exploring the stigmas attached to online dating, the benefits, the red flags, the green flags, even the biblical perspective, and also the approach to online dating. But before I get into that, I want to quickly speak on how we met before the dispensation of online dating and also the drawbacks to that. Before online dating became a thing, people met naturally. Maybe at church, at a function, at a wedding, on the street. There were different ways that people met, which was natural to humans. And the other way that people met before social media was through traditional social circle. So say I have a friend and I know you're single, I introduce my friend to you. Or maybe I have a friend, you have a friend, I'm single, I introduce my friend to you, you introduce my friend to your friend. They get to meet each other, they talk, they like each other, they take it on from there, then start a life together. That was how we met before social media, before online dating. Now, the tricky part to this is many Christians still expect to meet their partners that same way, right? And that introduces some kind of illusion of living by faith. Think about it. You've been praying for a life partner for months now. You're hoping that God will send someone your way. Every time you pray, you step out, hoping someone would supernaturally come into your life. And the expectation to randomly meet someone gives you that illusion of living by faith. So because I've prayed and I know my God answers prayers, now that I'm going out, I know I'll meet someone. Or because I've been praying for a while, God has spoken to me. A lot of people have prophesied over my life. So every time I'm out, I'm expecting someone to either reach out to me or maybe I speak to someone and something clicks. So the prayer and the expectation to randomly meet someone gives you the illusion of living by faith. While there's nothing necessarily wrong with this approach, I just need you to understand that the landscape is shifting. On that note, let me remind you that there was a time that internet wasn't a thing. We came to an era like 3 or 4 decades ago when the internet started and the .com era came. Some people didn't jump on that bandwagon because they just thought that it was a thing that was going to come and go away. But look at the life we live today. And a sidebar to that, look at AI. Let me just say, if you're not on the AI wagon yet, you will soon regret it in the next 2 to 3 years because AI is here to stay. Which brings me back to online dating. Online dating is here to stay. Now, let's go back to the stigmas. The reason why it is still frowned upon today, why most Christians find it difficult to move from the traditional social circle or the natural way of meeting to online dating. And one of the stigmas is the perception of desperation. This might actually be the biggest of them all, the perception of desperation. Most Christians see online dating as a last resort. Like, I've tried everything and nothing worked, so the last resort is online dating. For some, they associate online dating with people who struggle to find a partner in real life. So just because of that perception, Christians wouldn't try online dating. The second one is the hookup reputation. Online dating does have this reputation of it being like a hookup platform where people meet people for casual encounters and stuff like that. It also has this stigma of superficiality. Most Christians view online dating as a shopping experience. You're just on this platform, you're seeing different faces, just the same way you go on Amazon and you find different products. Now you're just scrolling through, swiping left and right just to get to meet someone. So people view online dating as a shopping experience. Like I'm in the market, someone is swiping on my pictures, or I'm looking at people, I'm swiping pictures. That is also one of the major stigmas attached to online dating. Another one is the cultural and traditional values. And this speaks specifically to, well, not specifically, but mostly speak to people of African descent. So we have tradition, there are cultures, there are ways people are meant to meet. There is expectation of the families and all that. And no one expects you to say you pluck someone from a tree, like you just randomly met this person online. It gives everyone concern. So when you look at all this together, you realize that even though deep inside there might be some form of desire to meet people, but we end up choosing how we want to meet them rather than, I don't want to use the word flowing with the trends, but we just want to meet people the way we want to meet people. So people end up having preferences around how I meet someone. And also there are people that met online and they shy away from sharing with their friends that they met online. It's still because of this stigma. Like, I don't want my friends to think, oh, I was that desperate that I had to create a profile online, went through the shopping experience, and I just shopped and bought this man or bought this woman like the way I would buy any other thing on Amazon. So people meet online and just shy away from sharing it, just still because of this stigma. Quickly, let me just recap on the stigmas that I've mentioned. The very first one is the perception of desperation because it's seen as a last resort. The second one is the hookup reputation that online sites have. The third is the superficiality because it's viewed as a shopping experience. And the fourth one is the cultural and traditional values that I mentioned that mostly would speak to people of African descent. Now, because of this stigma, we as young Christians then develop a preference for how to meet a life partner. And the painful part is after we have prayed, we then want to put God in a corner to only answer our prayer by specific agreeable means, which means I've prayed to God for a life partner, but now the person has to come in a traditional way. Meanwhile, Proverbs chapter 16 verse 1 says, the preparation of the heart is of man, but the answer of the tongue is from God, which means you can pray to God, but the way God will do it is up to God. From personal experience and even scriptures, most time God will answer your prayer not based on your preferred or expected channel. He is God. Look at what the Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 6. It says, in the morning sow your seed, and in the evening do not withhold your hands, for you do not know which will prosper. The part I want you to see is this last part. It says either this or that, or whether both alike will be good. This suggests that in your desire for a life partner or in your pursuit of a life partner, you should be open to different channels because you do not know how the answer to your prayers is going to come. You don't know which will prosper, either the traditional way or online dating or any other channel that is out there. It amazes me how many Christians treat online dating like it's a kind of plague. Meanwhile, I don't know about you, but I do know people that met online and are happily married today, God-fearing individuals that are happily married today. I wish most Christians with such testimonies will publish them online to encourage others so people can see that there is a way there. Now to the benefits. I know we've been talking a lot about the stigmas. We'll talk about how to overcome the stigmas in a bit. But for now, let's talk about the benefits of online dating. The very first one is accessibility. Online dating opens you up to opportunities to meet like-minded individuals who share similar values and faith, which might be difficult to find in smaller local communities. This already serves as an advantage over the traditional way of meeting people. The second benefit is the intentional connection. Online dating allows the users to specify what they are looking for, making it easier to find compatible partners, unlike the traditional way where you get to meet the person before you even get to know them. Online dating provides you that functionality or that benefit of knowing someone, even if it's on a superficial level, before you get to meet them in person. That is another big advantage to it. The third one is it provides safety and boundaries. Online dating offers a safer space to get to know someone before meeting in person, which can be essentially important for young Christians who prioritize certain values and boundaries. So you already speak to this person, you know what their values are based on their profile, and you're able to assess them from a distance before you get to meet them in person. So these three benefits already trump the traditional way of meeting people. Accessibility, it provides you the opportunity for intentional connection, and also the safety and boundaries that it creates for you. With all these benefits, I know someone is asking, Ayola, what about the drawbacks? How do I protect myself? And good question. So I'm going to be sharing with you 4 major ways to protect yourself online when you venture into online dating. While there are numerous options out there, my first take is use a Christian dating app. I'm not going to mention names here. There are lots of them out there. You can find one for yourself, read about them, check the reviews. But let's start from there. A Christian dating app. Number 2, create a profile that reflects your faith, your values, and personality. Let's talk about profile for a second. When it comes to online dating, just like on any other social media platform, your profile should reflect or represent who you are as a person. And when you're going through the motion of swiping through all the profiles, you should also keep that in mind, that the profile of this person you're reading is kind of like who the person is. So you need to approach it with that view. Now, how do you create your profile, or what should your profile look like? The very first advice I have on that is make an authentic introduction. Start with a genuine introduction. Briefly share who you are, your background, and what makes your faith important to you. This sets the tone and attracts those who resonate with similar values. Number 2, highlight your core values. Include a section that focuses on your core values and beliefs. You can mention what principles guide your life, how your faith influences your decisions, and what you seek in a partner. Number 3, showcase your personality. So I usually would encourage a balance of sharing hobbies, interests, and personal quirks. This could include your favorite activities, how you practice your faith daily, and what kind of relationship you are hoping to build. Number 4, be clear about intentions. Clearly state what you're looking for, whether it's a serious relationship, marriage, or companionship rooted in shared beliefs. This helps set expectations from the start. Number 5, use language that is encouraging, relatable, and reflective of your positive outlook on life and relationships. This makes your profile more appealing and inviting. Number 6, incorporate scripture or inspirational quotes. Including a favorite Bible verse or inspirational quote that aligns with your values can be a meaningful touch, because it not only reflects your faith, but also gives potential matches insight into your spiritual mindset. Number 7, choose photos that reflect your lifestyle and personality. Pictures of you engaging in your hobbies, attending church, or spending time with loved ones can provide a well-rounded view of who you are. Number 8, honesty and transparency. These are very important. Being open about your journey, struggles, and aspirations can help build trust and attract a compatible partner. So, now that you have your profile going, everything looking good, we're ready to go, how then do you spot the red flags? How do you differentiate the right people from the wrong people? The very first one is inconsistent communication. If someone frequently ghosts or takes a long time to reply without explanation, it could indicate a lack of genuine interest or respect. Number 2, avoiding personal topics. If they shy away from discussing faith, values, or future goals, it might mean they are not on the same page or are hiding something. Number 3, disrespectful behavior. Notice how they treat others, especially people in service roles. Disrespect or rudeness can be a major red flag. Number 4, lack of accountability. This is very, very important. If they never apologize or blame others for their problems, it could indicate immaturity or a lack of responsibility. Number 5, pressuring for quick commitment. If they push for a serious relationship too quickly without allowing natural growth, it might be a sign of desperation or controlling behavior. So make sure you pick up on that. Now to the green flags. How would I know if someone is right for me or not, or if someone is actually a good person? Number 1, consistent and open communication. A potential match who communicates regularly and openly shows they are invested and trustworthy. That is a good sign. Number 2, shared values and goals. Someone who shares similar faith, values, and long-term goals is more likely to be a good match for you. Number 3, respectful and kind behavior. In short, respect and kindness are strong indicators of good character. Number 4, supportive and encouraging. Look for someone who supports your goals and encourages your personal growth. This reflects a healthy and supportive dynamic. Number 5, honesty and transparency. A match who is honest about their intentions, past experiences, and expectations is likely to build a foundation of trust with you. Before I bring today's episode to a close, I would like to share with you how to balance your faith and modern dating. And the very first way is to set clear boundaries. Define your boundaries based on your faith and values early on. This includes physical, emotional, and spiritual boundaries to ensure you stay true to yourself. Number 2, seek like-minded communities. As I mentioned earlier, I said start with a Christian dating app. Join groups, events, or online platforms where you can meet others who share your faith. This can help you connect with individuals who understand and respect your beliefs. Number 3, communicate openly about faith. Have honest conversations about faith and its role in your life. Being upfront about your beliefs and expectations can foster deeper connections with potential partners. Number 4, incorporate faith-based activities into your dating life, like attending church together, praying, or participating in community service. This helps keep faith at the forefront of your relationship. Number 5, be reminded to stay true to your values, even when facing modern dating pressures. You need to trust that the right partner will respect and honor your faith and choices. Now, in conclusion, I would like to encourage you that it's okay to explore different avenues for meeting people, including online dating. And I assure you by the mercies of God that you are not alone in this journey. As I further my study on this subject, I would love it if you could share your experiences or questions about online dating and join the community for further discussions. I want to believe that you have been blessed by today's episode and at least it opened you up to a different perspective of online dating. So I encourage you to share it with a friend, share it on your youth group, share it on your social media platforms. Help another Christian to understand that limiting God to the traditional way of meeting people might actually be detrimental or prolong their days of singleness. Until next time, stay blessed, stay trusting. God bless you all.